So when you went on this journey to Australia, what happened on your journey? What were the challenges and
Well,
the
it went wrong very quickly. I left in October '79, and I got to London, and I was having a good time in London, seeing old friends and getting my visas and my insurance and everything for going through Asia.
Okay.
And then the Ayatollah Khomeini decided to take over the American embassy in Tehran, and the Islamic Revolution started, which basically cut off all roads east. So I had the choice of either going home after telling all my friends I was going to Australia, coming back 2 weeks later, or else finding somewhere else to go. So I decided to go to South Africa because it was coming into winter in Europe, and I had to get somewhere warmer. So it was pretty basic. It was before the internet age, obviously. So you got your information from books or maps, which all my planning is for going to the east. So I had no idea what was in South Africa or down that direction. So I went from being quite well organized to being totally disorganized and chaotic, not knowing where I was going. So I ended up, it started off in London, as I say, and then went south down to Greece. A boat to Egypt wasn't running, so we took a boat to Israel instead, thinking, well, that's beside Egypt, so we should be able to drive across. But of course, they were still not talking to each other. They wouldn't let us over the border or into Jordan. Israel was cut off, so we went back to Cyprus and then across. I planned to go on roads, obviously, there's roads all the way to India. I hadn't planned on going on dirt tracks and, well, it's just sand. So that was probably one of the hardest weeks of my life, is actually crossing the desert. I suppose where the start really the challenge came from took about a week to cross 300 miles. Some days we'd only do 10 miles a day, pushing and digging and crossing in a convoy. So yeah, so I went down through Sudan, which is mainly dirt roads, hardly any tarmac roads. It took about a month to get through the country. Down to Uganda, which is more problems because Idi Amin had just been ousted by the Tanzanian army, who hadn't been paid for 6 months, so they weren't happy to see people.